Hello everyone, welcome to another video in the last video of this week. We're going to be looking at your life as every Mexican cartel rank. I would hate to be in any kind of cartel, any kind of gang. Screw that. I choose life. There's too much murdering for anyone who's in those kind of places. And I pray that everyone in those places finds Jesus and gets out of those dark, dark places and finds true peace and a true father that cares for them and not someone who only wants them as a pawn and shows no love, especially if you want to leave. Then they're like, yep, we're going to kill you now. But also, I wonder if every cartel, every gang member, if you want to leave, like say you find a woman or something and you want to start a family and you want to create your own life and leave the cartel or gang. I wonder if every gang and cartel will be like, sorry, you can't leave. You're done. You're staying with us or we're going to kill you kind of thing. I wonder if that's like with everyone. Anyways, let's get straight into this video and get things started.
Level 1. The Lookout. The Plaza Boss needs eyes everywhere.
Though, if I had to be in one of the cartels, I wonder what rank I'm going to be. We're gonna chat. We're gonna see what rank I'd want to be, and I want to know what rank you guys would want to be if you ended up in the cartel. Though I would want no one ever in a situation like that.
That's you. You're 15, sitting on a plastic chair outside a convenience store in Culiacan. You have a phone, a Coke, and one job. Watch the road. If you see military trucks, you text a bird. If you see black SUVs with tinted windows, you text a snake. That means rival cartel. You're paid $100 a week, cash. No
$100 a week? That's nothing. That's like, yeah, geez.
question.
I guess for a 15-year-old, but you'd be still making more money if you just go work at McDonald's.
The other guys don't talk to you. You're furniture. But you're learning. You see
that's the downside is you're just a nobody.
how the system works.
You're not even a human. You're just a furniture to them. They're paying furniture right now, a week.
The police drive by twice a day. They wave. They're on payroll. The real threat is the Marines. They can't be bought. One day, a convoy rolls through. You freeze. You forgot to send the warning. 30 seconds later, your phone explodes with messages. Where were you? You asleep? A man appears next to you. He doesn't yell. He just looks at you.
Does he kill you?
We bury you in the desert. You don't forget again. Level 2.
Oh, you gotta love that. You're only useful until you're not useful, and then we're just gonna kill you. Lack of morals.
The Transporter. You're 18. A man approaches you at a gas station. You know how to drive? Of course you do. Good. Tomorrow, 6 a.m. Warehouse on the south side. You show up. There's a white semi-truck. The cargo area is loaded with watermelons. Hundreds of them. Underneath the watermelons, welded into the floor, are 500 kilograms of methamphetamine.
Methamphetamine, my man. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. I like my methamphetamine.
Your route? Sinaloa to Tijuana. 8 hours. If you get stopped, you go into prison for 20 years. If you make it, you get 3,000.
3,000 for a chance to go to prison? Hell no. I'd be like, yo, 8 hours, there's a chance I could go to prison. I want at least like 100 grand or something like that. I ain't risking my 20 years of life potentially going to prison for flipping 3 grand.
Drive. Every time you see headlights in the mirror, your stomach drops.
And can an 18-year-old even be able to legally drive a semi? How old do you have to be before you can drive a semi? Semi-truck. Oh, the US and Canada, you can legally drive a semi-truck within your own state or province at 18 to 19 years old. However, you must be at least 21 years old to drive across state line. Okay, well, I rest my case. Let's continue.
But you make it. You park at a warehouse. Men unload the truck. One of them hands you an envelope. You've never held this much money in your life. You do it again next week, and the week after. You're making more in a month than your father made in a year before the cartel killed him for refusing to sell his land. Your work becomes routine. You stop being scared. That's when people get sloppy.
See, so far, out of the two, I'd probably want to be the driver. Yeah, so far, I'd be the driver.
That's when they get caught. Your cousin gets arrested at a checkpoint.
Hold on, chat. I just realized. I hope that wasn't there all the time I was streaming. Or not streaming, but recording. That would be annoying.
He's 15 years in Altiplanto. Your cartel doesn't send lawyers. They just find a new driver. Level 3. The Collector. You've been driving for 2 years. No arrests. No accidents. You've proven you're reliable. Now they give you a gun and a list of addresses.
Hell no. This is where I cap off. I'd rather be a driver or a watchman. Screw actually killing people. That is against my morals and beliefs.
you're a collector. Business owners in the plaza pay a monthly tax. It's not optional. A taco stand pays $500. A pharmacy pays $2,000. A nightclub pays $10,000. You go door
Oh,
to door. You collect the envelopes. Most people pay without issue. They know the rules. But there's always someone who thinks they're smart. A restaurant owner tells you he can't pay this month. Business is slow. You nod. You leave. You come back that night with 2 other guys. You smash every window. You break every table. You beat the owner unconscious in his own kitchen. The next month, he pays double. You're making $1,500 a week. You buy a used BMW. You buy your mom a new house. She doesn't ask where the money comes from. She just cries and hugs you. But you're also now a target. Rival cartels want your territory. The government wants to make examples. Every time you collect, you're exposed. Level 4.
yeah. I feel like being a collector is a high risk. I feel like that's something where you have a. I feel like the more they pay you, the higher chance you're just gonna get shot and die.
The cell leader. You're 25. You run a cell. 10 men. Your job is simple. Move product and protect territory. The cartel supplies you with 100 kilos of cocaine every month. You break it down.
100 kilos of Coca-Cola? That's a lot of drink.
You sell it to distributors. You send the money up the chain. You keep 10%. That's $50,000 to $100,000 a month in your
Okay. Okay. Interesting.
pocket. You're also responsible for security. If CJNJ decides to try to move into your plaza, you respond with violence. You don't wait for orders. You handle it. A rival crew kills one of your lookouts. You find where they operate. You send 6 guys with AK-47s. They walk into a bar and open fire. Then 12 people die. 5 of them were civilians. It makes the news.
Oh boy. Imagine just getting crossed up in some stupid gang violence and just ending up dying because you just were at the wrong place at the wrong time. Did I mention just how much it saddens me and frustrates me that there's like people out there in gangs and cartels and doing all this stuff, and it's just so sad.
The government promises justice, but the governor is on payroll. Nothing happens. You're living well. You have a house with a pool.
Yeah, I bet the governor wouldn't do anything. A lot of people are corrupt, and it's very unfortunate.
You have a girlfriend who thinks you own a construction company. You have respect, but you're also managing chaos. Your men are young and stupid. They get high on their own supply. They start fights.
Rule number 1, never get high on your own supply. That's what a femboy told me once.
They attract attention. You have to discipline them. Sometimes that means a beating. Sometimes that just means a bullet. And the pressure from above is constant.
I can understand that in that guy's perspective. If you have a young, stupid person that's potentially becoming now an issue, yeah, sometimes you just gotta pop them in the face.
The regional boss wants more money. Always more. If you don't deliver, you're replaced. And replacement is permanent. Level 5. The regional operator. You control a city now. Maybe it's Reynosa or Nuevo Laredo. You have 5 cell leaders reporting to you. You manage the supply, the distribution, and the violence. Your meetings are in a safe house that change every week. You arrive in armored SUVs. You have bodyguards.
See, this is another reason why I would never want to live in the state they are, because you're constantly living like today's the last day. Someone's going to come and just blow your brains out. I can't trust anyone because they're just going to end up betraying me and blowing my brains out. Someone else, a baby's going to come up to me and blow my brains out. You know, like, it's just such an unhealthy lifestyle, and I wish these people would like turn to Christ and change their life around and find a proper reason to live through life. You know, there's no need, there's no drug. It's just
Carry a gold-plated pistol you've never actually fired.
Dude got 100 headshots. Flip, that's sick.
Your job is to think strategically. The plaza boss wants to expand into a neighborhood state. You plan the operation. You identify the weak points in the raw.
This makes me think of what happened in Mexico a couple weeks back. Sketchy stuff, man. Sketchy stuff.
Cartel's territory. You bribe local police to stand down. You coordinate the assault. 30 of your men roll into the town at 3 a.m.
See, I want to know when they bribe police with money. If the police denies like the money and stuff because they're an actual good cop, I wonder if they just end up getting killed. Because that seems to be a lot of the gangs and mafia's thing is anyone who just doesn't go a line or doesn't do good enough, we're just going to kill. And that's one thing that confuses me on why people join. Like, I understand at times you're desperate and you need money and you do stupid stuff, but I feel like personally I would rather be homeless and have nothing than fear my own life every day. I feel like I'm going too deep into this video.
Kill the rival cell leader and his crew. They hang bodies from a bridge with the message, This plaza belongs to Sinaloa. You also manage the money. Millions of dollars flow through your hands every month. You can't deposit in the bank. You launder it. You buy restaurants, car washes, construction companies, legitimate businesses that hide illegal profits. You're making 200.
I wonder what the percentage of like car wash places do money laundering. I'd buy a laundromat. I feel like that'd be more funny. A laundromat that launders money.
$1,000 a month. You have properties in 3 states. You have a wife and kids who live separately from your work life. You tell them you're an import/export guy. They don't ask questions, but the walls are closing in. The DEA has your phone tapped. You know this because your lawyer
Snap.
told you. So you communicate through messengers. You meet in person. You speak in code. You're also fighting a 2-front war. The government wants you arrested.
My code is pepperoni, bacon cheese, potato head. If you know, you know.
Rival cartels want you dead, and ambitious men in your own organization want your position. You sleep 4 hours a night. You trust no one completely, not even your brother. Level 6. The Plaza Boss.
Man, imagine being so cold-hearted that you end up killing your brother. That's messed up.
You run the state. Every drug shipment, every murder, every bribe goes through you. You have 500 men working under you.
Jeez.
You generate $20 million a month for the cartel.
Jeez.
But you're a ghost. The public doesn't know your face. You don't do interviews. You don't appear in photos. You live in a compound in the mountains. 20-foot walls. Armed guards. Attack dogs. Your work is politics. You negotiate with other cartels to avoid unnecessary wars. You meet with governors and generals. You don't threaten them. You make them offers. A suitcase with $2 million. A share of the profits. A piece of the empire. Most of them take it. The ones who don't, they get exposed. Photos of them with mistresses. Evidence of corruption. Their careers are destroyed.
Man, I sure love blackmail. Absolutely magnificent, I tell you what.
And if they still refuse, they disappear. You're also a CEO. You manage logistics on a massive scale. Cocaine from Colombia. Precursor chemicals from China. Marijuana from the mountains. Heroin from
See, I'm kind of curious, what would the world state be like if, or let's say a country were to legalize all drugs? I wonder how fast bad things would get, drug issues. Because I feel like if you legalize all drugs, I feel like probably the first 5 years, things would be really rough and everyone's just doing drugs. But I feel like natural selection would eventually kill off the people who do drugs, and you end up having not people doing drugs anymore. So I feel like one of the reasons why people do drugs, like only one of the reasons, at the end of the day, out of the many, is it's illegal and people like to do things they're not allowed to do. So it's parenting. You tell your kids not to do something, well, now they want to do it, you know? Yeah, I'm very curious to know what would happen if all the drugs were illegal.
poppy fields. You coordinate shipments across continents. You manage tunnels under the border. You manage submarines. You manage drones. You're making $1 million a month personally, but money is just a number on a screen. You have everything you could want and nothing you actually need. You can't go to your daughter's quinceañera, that's too dangerous. You can't visit your mother's grave. Snipers might be waiting. You live in a golden cage.
That is, yeah, why would you can get money, but you lose your freedom. What's the point of that? Screw that.
And the paranoia is eating you alive. Your head of security might
Yeah, you're going to end up killing yourself out of paranoia. That's not a way to live.
be working for the DEA. Your accountant might be skimming. Your right-hand man might be planning a coup. You execute 2 of your men based off suspicion alone. Better
Oh my
be safe than sorry.
gosh.
Level 7. The cartel leader. You built this. Maybe you inherited it from your father or your uncle. Maybe you killed your way to the top. Either way, you're the boss now. Your organization
Aw,
makes 100
yeah.
tons of cocaine a year. You have cells in 15 countries. You have politicians in 6 states under your control. You're worth $3 billion. But
Holy
your name is
cow.
on every wanted list in the world. The US has 10 million bounty on you. The Mexican government has special forces hunting you. You move between safe houses every
And that's how you end up getting assassinated.
3 days. You communicate through encrypted messages that are destroyed after being read. You've had plastic surgery twice. Your own children don't even recognize you. You meet with the leaders of other cartels. You divide Mexico not like a business deal. You get Sinaloa.
I wonder if you're in that situation, if you could just like fake your death and go live in like Australia or something and change your name and all that jazz and just start a new life with like millions. I wonder if that's a possibility or if someone will somehow end up finding you still.
And Sonora. They get Tamilupas and Veracruz. Everyone makes money. Everyone stays alive, but it never lasts. Someone always gets greedy, war breaks out, hundreds die, towns become battlefields. And you can't stop. If you try to retire, your own people will kill you. You know too much. You're too dangerous to be left alive. You're the most powerful criminal in the Western Hemisphere. You're also the most hunted man on Earth. Level 8, Supermax. They got you. Maybe it was a raid, maybe it was a betrayal, but you're in the cell of ADX Florence, Colorado. 23 hours a day in isolation, concrete walls,
23 hours of isolation? Good lord, I would actually probably go mad.
steel.
Does anyone ever wonder what it'd be like to be in prison? If I could be in prison for 24 hours, I'd probably do that. Like, not like maybe a jail cell for 24 hours where I'm not gonna get like my bussy spread it open, you know?
Door, no windows.
Because I'm not a fighter. I'd end up being like pegged hard if I ended up being in like a hardcore prison.
You'll die here. There's no escape, no bribe works, no army can break you out. El Chapo tried twice. He's in the cell next to yours now. You had billions. You had an empire. Now you have 4 concrete walls and the rest of your life to think about every person you killed to get there. Level 9, the successor. But the cartel doesn't die with you. Your nephew takes over, or your son, or your lieutenant. Someone always steps up. The drugs keep flowing. The money keeps moving. The bodies keep piling up. The cycle never ends. You were the king.
I wonder if there is a way to end the cycle.
Now you're a legend. A cautionary tale. A ghost story that parents tell their kids. This is what happens when you get too greedy. When you think you're untouchable. But there's always another kid in Culiacan, sitting outside a convenience store, watching the road, waiting for his chance. This is the cartel. Not a gang, a business. A billion-dollar empire built on blood and corruption. And it's still running.
I feel like the only way to end it is just to kill off every single individual that's part of it. Like all the little guys, kill them. All the big guys, kill them. Anyone in between, kill them. Do they have family? We'll kill them. Kill everyone. And that's how the drug reign ends. The cartel, Mexican cartel ranks ends. Yeah, what a video. Gosh, I would hate to live in a life like that. Yeah, I would end up picking the second one at most, where I'm just the driver. Screw anything above that. I couldn't kill anyone. Yeah. Let me know what rank you would go up to, and then be like, yeah, I'm not going any further, kind of thing. Obviously, at the end of the day, I would refuse to ever be in there. Yeah, screw that. Yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give this video a like, give the person subscribe, and yeah, I hope you guys all have a good one. Take care, be safe, and God bless you all. Peace.